thinking that was it. Anyways, we got Pain Chin on the Legion side, RPTM on the Hellborn side. So we're already into the picks, as you can see. Obviously, wanting to continue to move along here. Coming off a long, fun game number 2. A lot of interesting decisions to be made, but also some entertaining play, to say the least. And we definitely got to see, once again, the power of that Flux Engineer. As farmed carries we had that game, from the Monkey King to the Sand Wraith to the Gemini, I really think the Flux Engineer ended up being really the biggest deal, especially for the Hellborn team in that case.
Yeah, it did work. There were a lot of instances where like it would just barely catch a hero and they just barely get inside and perplex, which is basically all you need is just to be inside. They don't have to necessarily be deep inside the ultimate, but as long as they get perplexed, it's pretty much done its job. So yeah, there were so many times where I'd see them use the combo and then I'd see like a couple heroes just they'd like change color when they get NG run of the NGO. I'd see like a couple heroes like that, and it pretty much had done its job that time. So yeah, definitely. The carry, especially Monkey King, did work that game, but Flux NG, they had some really beautiful initiations.
Yeah, they did, so we'll see if maybe even the chance of it again this game. I mean, you already got Engineer over here on the Legion side, on top of the Rally pick, of course. They're looking for their 3rd pick. As far as the Hellborn team, you got Monkey King, Master of Arms, so they get the Monkey King once again. But you see the bans that happen. Sand Wraith, Lodestone, Scout, Parasite. So clearly a little bit of a response coming out there. That Sand Wraith ban, it was annoying to deal with last game, I'm sure. And they don't want to have to deal with it this game. But very similar to the first game, too. Parasite was banned, but other than that, you got Ophelia, Tempest, Keeper, all on the board. Not being touched, though. How about that, though? Pestilence. Minus armor, a lot of physical presence already on the Hellborn side.
Yeah, I've seen TMSR run this lineup with the Pestilence Monkey King combination. As long as Pestilence gets that early farm, he should be good to go. That's the biggest problem with him, is where do you lane him? And as long as you can, babysit him long enough in that, short lane, then he should be able to get that farm, get that early portal key, ideally, and be able to run around and set up initiations. And I think ultimately in the late game, Pestilence should kind of fall off a little, but you're going to be kind of relying on Monkey King to be doing all the damage and getting that farm in the late game. So it's a pretty solid combination. Of course, the Swarm obviously synergizes. Then Pestilence did receive, I think, a pretty huge buff with his Flight. He doesn't take the extra damage, and I believe it was the percentage of speed increase was up pretty. I don't know if it was that much, but it seems pretty drastic. I think he has like 504 move speed with just Steam Boots and the Flight active, so it's really powerful.
Well, this latest patch, I don't think it did it did nothing to increase his actual move speed, but it did increase the duration by 5 seconds, as well as it gave him unit walking on top of that.
Oh, okay.
When he's in that flight form. And then his gore was even buffed, went from magical to physical, as well as the damage output at later levels especially, and then the stun duration. Also, it actually got nerfed a little bit in that sense as far as the duration early levels. But anyways, and then the Swarm increased from ultimately 15 armor to 18 armor at level 3. It's 1, 2, plus 3 at the level 3. So, yeah, a lot of physical presence. We did get actually a chance to see Moonmeter play it earlier this week. I believe it's for the Ultimate Series for TMSR, and he did use in that short lane. He got the early portal key, and then, as you're kind of talking about, he got the early portal key. They babysat him early on, but then he adjusted into being aggressive with that, and then allowed more farm to go to other heroes. In this case, probably the Monkey King, at least so far, to come out for RPTM. So, but yeah, again, a lot of physical presence. I keep looking back at that with this Hellborn side, and if you're the Legion team here, definitely eyeing somebody maybe like that Plague Rider. And not only a good suicide option, but the plus armor could be beneficial. Hell, Keeper of the Forest is actually still on the board.
Yeah, Keeper of the Forest against all these melee carries is definitely pretty viable. I think it would have been a great pick, but going for the old school Moon Queen even, I'm not really a fan of Moon Queen anymore. I feel like she's just kind of fallen off, especially with how more aggressive people play nowadays. You're less likely to get that complete free farm, and she was nerfed a little to make her laning presence a little diminished. I think the Moonbeam isn't quite as powerful, which was actually a really big deal in terms of how effective she was early game, especially in the one-on-one or maybe try versus try or something. But anyway, I think a lot of competitors agree that Moon Queen has fallen off pretty considerably. as the metagame continues to shift.
Yeah, it's been pretty evident so far. And, you know, with the heroes that they currently have, this is actually setting up to be possibly either a suicide rally or what could be some kind of an aggressive tri-lane even, perhaps, to be coming out here. But Torturer is going to be the next pick for RPTM, so maybe a support option of their own, maybe another support option of their own. Andromeda is the final pick over here for the Legion side, with that said, and that seems like that could have been a hero that also could have gone nicely here with the Hellborn team, with that minus armor synergy, but, you know, having to talk about our last game as well, and it seems like Pain Train wants to take advantage of her this time around. But again, that kind of goes maybe a tri-lane setup here. From
They have a lot of options. They've got, you know, a nice kind of balanced lineup. They have team fight. They've got physical DPS, magical DPS. I think they're gonna have pretty powerful lanes. I mean, my guess is it's gonna be like 2-2-1, Engineer, Fade mid, and then Andro, Moon Queen bottom, with Rally Suicide. But like you said, there are a ton of options about where they're gonna go. It's pretty hard to predict what exactly they want to do. I mean, they could want to use the Andro as a roamer, and they could send, you know, an aggressive tri-lane with Amon-Ra.
What?
Okay. I was going to stop my train of thought. And
yeah.
What?
What? He's what? He's magic. I mean, it doesn't even fit the synergy of the lineup.
Yeah.
As far as the minus armor synergy, so that right off the bat is just like, wait, why? Now, Amon-Ra is a pub stomping hero. I think it's safe to say. I mean, this guy is very popular in the Team M scene as far as the success rate. And again, I believe I saw the other day he was #1 currently as far as win percentage goes.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, in Team M. And actually, Bramble's 3rd. I would have never thought that. Bramble is 3rd.
Bramble owns. So I think Hellborn is kind of pigeonholed here without a suicide hero into going aggressive.
Yeah.
And it looks like that's what they're going to do. So Monkey King looks like he wants to head mid. Raw top, you got Poor Little Region. And then, of course, Pestilence, Tort, MOA
yeah.
of Arms.
Oh, God.
Bottom. Looks pretty evident. Andro has boots.
Yeah, I just saw that too.
So
Playing roam?
probably going to be roaming. So maybe they're going to see like an aggressive like Andro rally, NG top, fade mid, Moon Queen bottom. So both teams with certainly some unconventional lanes. Predictions about how they're going to go, we'll have to see.
Well, I will say, with that right off the bat, what you said right there, and I think that could very possibly be the lane setups initially, that's to the benefit of the Hellborn team. Because if you're the Hellborn team in that case, you're like, okay, you're going to lock down our Amon-Ra. Big deal. We're locking down your Moon Queen. And we're also getting that good start on the Pestilence at the same time. So I think it's kind of working out in more ways for the Hellborn team if those lanes end up being the case. Now, obviously, there's adjustments that'll most likely be made as a result of how this laning phase will start. But it's going to be interesting to see where it goes from there because, you know, I'm obviously just as clueless as you as far as...
Right. Well, with that said, I think their best setup would actually be have Moon Queen farming this tri-lane and rally up against that aggressive tri-lane from the Hellborn team. That would actually be really beautiful because Rally was, like I said, the tri-lane killer, tough kill, and then of course Moon Queen would get that free farm. You know, Ra, yeah, gonna get shut down. Probably wouldn't get much. I mean, he's a strength hero with a shield, but notoriously low armor, not a whole lot of health. I mean, his health isn't that bad, but certainly not too powerful when it comes to the HP pool. And yeah, looks like this is what they're gonna do. So yeah, definitely agree with the Legion's lanes right here. Make a lot of sense in terms of what they're gonna go against. I guess they kind of have to know that the Hellborn is gonna do some long lane heroes because they have no suicide hero.
Yeah. Okay, they are gonna send the Moon Queen top. Yeah. So that makes sense. Now, I also want to say about Amon-Ra. If you are going to pick up Amon-Ra, this is not a safe... I just don't see him as a safe lane farming hero. I see him as an aggressive hero. You know, maybe for an aggressive dual lane, even a tri-lane somewhere. It's just so awkward to me. He doesn't seem like a hero. I mean, he definitely can scale off a farm. I mean, I don't think that's a doubt, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird. In this game, he is playing more of that suicide here. Obviously, he's short lane, but he is by himself in the end against a 3-hero matchup. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what he's able to pull off in the end. But in the meantime, at the bottom lane, Rally, that definitely is a good choice. But then back to the top lane, actually, they are going to initiate. And yeah, guess what? Amon-Ra falls down. Counter kill, though. Okay. At least Andromeda gets killed for Amon-Ra.
Yeah, I think the boots actually secured that kill because he got to actually run up and chase him to finally get the common stun off. But of course, in the end, he has no stats, so very squishy. Died very quickly. And we could see a gank in the middle lane. Fade playing very passively right now. Knows something is up because the Hellborn supports are currently missing from the bottom lane. So well played by Pazzy. He's actually going to run up here a little bit, and this could be the cue for them to go out. Here they come.
There we go. Charge shot, the chain reaction, some Monkey King throwing her around. Not the most damage coming out though. In fact, Master of Arms getting turned on Andromeda here, and the final auto attack to finish Master of Arms off. Fada's on the run, Monkey King chasing, turns around though at the last second. He did not have mana for his abilities and now realizing he's in trouble. Comma stun coming out. Fade trying to get in there, Burning Shadows just in range, and Monkey King is gonna fall as well. Well, that was a disaster. Well played by Pinky Curdy though. Andromeda
yeah, that was really good foresight for him to come to that middle lane and anticipate that gank. Even with the first Burning Shadows, I don't think it hit anyone, but yeah, definitely props to Pinky Curdy. He has some really good game sense when it comes to the early game. He always manages to get some really good kills off, I think, so definitely well played by him.
Yeah. Amon-Ra, as expected, really not getting anything here at the top lane. Moon Queen has some good lane.
He's better off just going to the jungle.
Yeah.
He can't jungle that fast, but, I mean, he can still do it.
He used to be able to very well, but he's going to go in right here with the Path of Destruction, apply some auto attack damage, but and then going to fall back. Look at Master of Arms actually joining Amon-Ra. They're going to turn this into a defensive tri-lane now. Is how the ultimate adjustment is going to be made, it looks like. So they were the ones that going to have to make the move in the end, it seems like. You think this is the best choice? Make it.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think Amon-Ra is actually quite good in this situation.
Yeah.
They can easily kill almost anyone, I feel like, if they get their spells comboed correctly. Like MOA maybe initiates, or Rock and catches them off guard with a stun. Of course, Moon Queen is already got her boots and the mana battery, so definitely has the farm advantage here. But I feel like this is definitely a very viable tri-lane, and then Pestilence should do just fine against Rally in the bottom lane. He won't be free farming, of course, but you know, this setup is definitely can work perfectly fine.
The lane double damage. Fade Monkey King was the one that jumped Fade in the first place, and Fade is going to maybe finish him off. Health potion goes off though, just out of range, and Fade not going to chase any further. So Fade trying to take advantage of having that double damage rune, of course, and set up the kill. Andromeda's running in already with those Striders. He's going to even look to dive somewhat. Monkey King, though, he knows something's up. He's positioning himself as if he's being ganked. They are aware that Andromeda's missing from that top lane, so probably the information that he's gotten in terms of why he's playing so passive. Amon-Ra, Path of Destruction. It will connect on Engineer, but a bit too far away. We'll just continue to farm in the end, so good rune control coming out. Haste Rune actually picked up by Monkey King. He's going straight to the bottom lane. Rally needs to be careful here. Pestilence is going to go in. No, he's not. Rally compelling very early right there, but Monkey King is still chasing. He's going to chase back to the top lane. There's action up here, though. Amon-Ra's in some trouble. Moon Queen chasing him back. He will be finished off. So going down the bottom lane, they do take out Rally. And back to the top lane, Master of Arms now caught out. He has his creeps helping somewhat, but not enough. The common stun from Andromeda will finish him. The big picture, the Legion team coming out on top there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate the supports kind of got here so late. The Legion team was able to acquire so much farm. Even Engineer with that Bloodlust already had boots in this tri-lane. Boots on support in a tri-lane can often make or break how this tri-lane goes. So yeah, definitely after those kills, it's probably lost. Of course, Moon Queen is by himself up here at the moment, and he may get initiated on here. But yeah, Master of Arms stun and this charge Fork Lightning just not long enough, and Moon Queen with her move speed and the boots will easily avoid that raw stun. So yeah, like I said, this tri-lane could go good top, but Engineer is already really farmed. Of course, Moon Queen as well, and Andromeda with those Striders even. Just doing some excellent roaming. But I think he just kind of came out of the woods, and that was all she wrote for the Hellborn team.
Yeah, so Pestilence really, this Hellborn team kind of banking on him almost. Have a good farm here at the bottom lane, but I mean that's not even really taken off by any means. He's basically been in a 1v1 matchup. Obviously, there's been some roam, and of course, Monkey King eventually going down. Now, look at this. The Strider's Andromeda trying to find Torture. Almost found him, actually. But Torture going up just before. They do have vision that spotted them running over, but both him and Engineer with only the red boots, so can't really keep up with Andromeda the best, but they're going around the forest, seeing if they can find anybody. Can't find anyone, though. Monkey King going to go to control the bottom rune once again. We'll see if he gets another good rune here. It's going to be the refreshment, unfortunately. Top rune happens to be double damage, and Fade is going to go pick that up. Fade is also level 6. She has a double damage now. Will she come top here? It looks like it. She needs to.
Looks like it. I don't think that he's gonna run right past the ward though. But they could choose to dive anyway. Nah, okay. Their positioning pretty much told him they have a ward there. So yeah, Fade is actually dominating this middle lane.
Yeah.
I think it's because Monkey King did not opt to go for the hatchet build, and Fade did. So that's pretty much all you need in a melee versus melee.
Big difference. You see Ghost March right there. He's going to dive right here with that ultimate. Of course, he's in tower range, though. Monkey King finds him first, puts the stun out. Andromeda comes up with a comment. Fade, though, took a lot of damage right there, even nearly dying to the tower. That was a very risky move by Fade. He was basically banking on the fact that Monkey King was not going to react in time. He had a lot of time to react, though. That was almost a silly move, honestly. I mean, why even go invis if you're going to run right next to the tower?
I think, does he get extra move speed?
Well, he gets the...
No, you don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Well, yeah, you do. You get 10%. But still, you're right. It didn't really...
Yes.
That was a very optimistic gank, to say the least. So, didn't work out, unfortunately. Fade just took too much tower damage. They kind of thought about turning it on Monkey, but at that point he had to retreat. So Andromeda's, doing work. He's actually 3-1-2. Holy crap! Been in every single kill, and of course has 3 himself. So gonna run out to this bottom lane, and with the level 7 rally, baiting quite effectively right now. This could be a pretty easy kill.
This one's with that flight form, but the seismic slam and into the compel. So you called it. Andromeda is just, he has been involved in every single kill. 3-1-3 now. So all 6 kills he has been a part of, and that is showing in his farm. 200 gold per minute. Got the other Strider's power supply and being quite the impact. Here in
I really like this build. I really like the early Striders. I might have to steal this. Just you get enough farm early as Andro. I mean, the best part about Andro in her early game is usually her roaming, and obviously the Striders complement that very well, and he's doing an exceptional job so far. So yeah, MVP right now, for sure.
Okay, so right there. It does get Master of Arms to dodge. The turret's going to hit him. Chain reaction's coming up, but he misses right there. Blast shot away. Master of Arms misses the forked lightning, and he will fall in the end. However, Path of Destruction connecting onto Engineer. Engineer going to go for the run. Has a kicks, and it will go off, but Monkey King doing his jump around Heavenly Vault thing and actually picks up the kill before he ends up getting away. So at least a counter kill coming out right there. But Moon Queen, while this is happening, she's in your long lane, and she is farming away. She has an early Energizer coming out here in the very near future. She's already got Steam Boots on top of that. She's a top farmer in the game. Not good news at all for her helper inside. And actually, it could get worse. Amon Ra going to be somewhere right here. He is level 6, keep in mind. So even if they do get this kill, he's going to be coming right back up. And actually, he kind of ran back in right there. Almost as if he wanted to die. Fade coming out, though. She's going to open with the Burning Shadows. No, she's actually going for a Master of Arms in the meantime. So kind of a split fire going down here. Master of Arms will fall. Are they going to be able to get Amon Ra? He has the Beast Heart, but not tanky enough. He dies after his ultimate, and he stays dead as a result. And they're still chasing. Torture gets caught by the Burning Shadows. Moon Queen coming in with a Moonbeam. This is what you call a snowball.
Yep, sounds just about right. Moon Queen insanely farmed. They did take out Rally in the bottom lane. It's unfortunate that Monkey King did decide to go for that gank bottom, and he got it, but if he had been available at that top lane, probably would have helped them more. So
yeah,
just unfortunate for him. Can't really do much about that. And yeah, this tri lane that they opted to do just kind of ended, unfortunately, in disaster. Maybe it would have been better just to let Amon Ra try and find some farm in the jungle. Maybe just kill the small camp and secure your farm somewhere. Especially on Pestilence, and then even they could try and help roam mid as well. So, unfortunately, yeah, I mean, I don't think this tri lane was like doomed from the start. It had some potential. I mean, I talked about how they got there a little late, so some of the items, the core items, even just the boots and the mana battery sometimes are enough to make a difference in a tri lane. So, unfortunate for them, but it's not completely over yet. It's getting there, though.
It definitely is. And again, I keep looking back at this Pestilence, the Monkey King especially. Speaking of Pestilence, Andromeda guess what? She is back down here. Compel connects. Pestilence going to be locked down. There's the seismic slam. He does have a flight. He is tanky enough initially. It looks like actually he is going to be able to make the getaway. He even swarms Andromeda right there at the top, and there's kills happening. Andromeda getting really ballsy. She will be taken out, and now Rally might be in some trouble at the top lane. Of course, a couple of kills happening with that set, both on Torture and Master of Farms. Pestilence going back in. He puts the swarm back up on a Rally. Rally has compelled though in 7 seconds. Probably not going to chase him down, but again, while this is all happening, a couple of hero kills happen on top of the tower kill. So still a 1 situation there by the Legion team, and Moon Queen has surpassed now even 400 gold per minute already in this game.
420 somewhere.
She's going to go to the side shop, get her Whispering Helm and a Energizers, actually. Going to be next in line for her, so. Yep, continuing to not be the best. You got Monkey King and Pestilence doing their part, trying to at least, but Amin-Ra is, I mean, he's level 7. He's going to have a Helm of the Black Legion soon at least.
I mean, he can certainly recover pretty well. In terms of what he can do, even if he recovers, though, maybe call into question. So, we'll have to see. I mean, he can definitely farm. Pestilence isn't really that farm. He's not doing horrible by any means, but, you know, he was kind of left alone in that bottom lane. And the roam from Andromeda definitely played havoc with his farm. Monkey King's doing okay, 280. And looks like they're going to go for a kill on Fade here.
Fade gets the Burning Shadows off though initially, so that's stalled Monkey King completely as far as his momentum, and no doubt needs that going into a gank like that. Kickstone will connect on the Pestilence. Turret comes out. He is level 6. He actually could have energy field right there, and actually still might use it. In comes Rally. There's the energy field. Monkey King can't go in. Pestilence runs through it. Calm and stun connects though. Engineer trying to finish him off, but diving a little bit too far. Meanwhile up here, Torture will be picked off. Engineer also surviving, but it ends up being a double tap for Rally in the end. Almost catches Pestilence as well, and actually it still is not over. Monkey King still in trouble. Compel maybe. He does have a haste here. Demon's not going to hit. Compel misses as well. Monkey King will get stunned, however, by the Burning Shadows as their follow-up. Yes, there is. Down goes Monkey King. And guess what Moon Queen's doing? Just farm.
Continuing to farm. That's just whenever you look up and you see some guy just farming the whole time, you know, we're in trouble. So yeah, Ra did finish his Helm of the Black Legion. Unfortunately, didn't participate in that fight. It was a pretty grim fight regardless. So this is kind of a problem for Pestilence right now. He needs to have those early items, but it's going to be hard for him to farm a portal key at this point.
See, it's even going to be Moonbeam right here, and actually Andromeda. They may go for a collapse right here. Moon Finale is coming up for Moon Queen. Here's the initiation. Comma stun is going to be applied. Trying to get a range. There's a Comma stun finally coming out. The Aurora on top of that. The Moonbeam. The Moon Finale goes off and down he goes. And actually, Amin-Ra ports in with the Moon Finale up. He is going to stay alive long enough, though, to help at least turn some kills. And is he going to resurrect? Yes, he will. So, a 2-for-1 exchange right there at the end.
Yeah, that was a pretty optimistic gank once again.
Yeah.
I mean, if there are no creeps around, I think that gank would have been okay. But with the creeps, it just took much longer than perhaps it could have, barring a better circumstance. So yeah, just gonna have to expect the response to come out, and definitely a favorable situation for the Hellborn team. Monkey King, not a whole lot in the way of creep farm, but he's 4-2-2, so he's not looking too bad at this point.
Just a quick update, obviously with this series, even taking a little bit longer than the other ones. The semifinals are at the top portion of the bracket. I believe it actually even has begun, or should at least. I can double check on that real quickly. It looks like, well, maybe they still haven't actually got it. No, so it's going to be between Justice League versus nice prize pool. Of course, you got Creams, President 23, and those guys. So they're in the top portion semifinals. I believe Beef Popeye, or Beef even, is going to be casting that over on Coldcast, of course. So you can actually check out that series as well. But so we're going to be covering the semifinals from the bottom portion. It'll be the winner of this. Is going to be playing, who was it? It was Didn't Read LOL. That's right. You got Bitch Labs. A couple others over there, so just a update there as far as our continuing coverage here on HoNcast for today at least. But here we are back to this game, 15 minutes in. Again, we have a early lead for Pain Train now with that killing the Moon Queen, and what happened here at the bottom lane. I think for the Hellborn team at least give them more hope, and Plated Greaves has been finished on Amin-Ra with the Helm of the Black Legion. And this, I mean, this is a hero we never see him, but from the TMM, it's pretty evident, especially with the skill set. I mean, this hero can recover, and pretty quickly on top of that. So, gonna constantly keep your eye on him. But around him, Pestilence not really having the best time either. Monkey King going the Mighty Blade here. So Shrunken Head going to be the works for him most likely. Doing what they
Yeah, I
can
think
recover.
it's definitely necessary this game, especially how hasn't gotten that much farm, so be too greedy at this point to go for a farming item. Just not going to be able to do much in team fights without that Shrunken Head, so has to get it at this point. Usually, even if you're farming well, the Shrunken Head first is really good, so not the biggest deal in the world having to go that first. You see Pestilence and Master of Arms trying to recover and farm somehow. He's going to try and kill these double stack Ancients, but Pestilence still ways off from his portal key if that is still what he chooses to go. I think they need the initiation, so it is definitely still the best option, of course, but you know, they're going to have pretty good amount of damage going into the mid game with the Swarm plus Monkey King's damage. As long as he can get that Shrunken Head, he'll be able to kind of cause havoc in the fight. And if they focus fire properly, that Swarm will the debuff, the minus armor, is actually a pretty freaking big deal. You do so much damage with it applied on the target you are focusing. So if they can get a couple more items, I think they'll be okay in the team fights. Barring some misplay, but you know, as the game progresses, they definitely still have a Moon Queen farming 450 gold per minute, and as this game looks like it's just going to continue to get higher and higher.
Yeah, as you said it from the very beginning, as there we go, Torture getting found actually by Rally and Fate, it looks like. But although Moon Queen as a hero, as a carry choice has dropped off, she still has. If you are going to pick her up, if she gets the farm that's getting like this game and gets in the late game, she will take over the game. So that still definitely exists. Monkey King in the middle lane trying to get away. Will have to go through the energy field to do so, but Rally ruins any chance that Monkey King may have thought he had of ultimately getting away. And also with that kill, Moon Queen pushes the bottom tower. So that golden experience, they just continue to rise, especially the golden. In fact, Moon Finale blast shot away though. It's not going to be enough. Honestly, that's one of the few times I've actually seen the blast shot almost even safe. Actually, very well used. A good attempt right there. But not enough.
Yeah, I think he might have got away if there wasn't that ward there.
Yeah. Vision,
that was a nice try.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's how it was able to get off. True. But
yeah, idiot.
Not enough. So Moon Queen, 3,200 gold saved up, though. Look at that. And actually, wow. No way. There's no way she already has a Geometer's Bane. Okay. Fireman picked up, okay. That scared me for a second.
That would have been pretty crazy. I agree.
But that Swarm, I mean, Pestilence is going to be level 11 here shortly, so that is minus 12 armor that he's going to be applying now when he gets that level 11. And he stated, with the Monkey King synergy especially, it's scary. It's something to think about. Keep in mind, at least. Look at that rally, though. Portal Key Tablet already finished on him. He2 is coming along nicely.
He's really farmed.
Yeah, Fade with a Portal Key, 1,600 gold. She too is doing work. Oh, bottom lane, Moon Queen. Ooh, this could be a big kill. Why are they not going in? Nope. Is she still gonna push? That's gonna scare
Not about it, but
yeah. They had a
fortunately
chance.
for her, chose not to.
Yeah, the team really wasn't the closest nearby.
Yeah, I mean, if Hellborn can maybe stop avoiding these pickoffs. With these pickoffs, I don't think they have a chance, but they can somehow try to get a few items and try to take team fights. They could maybe be okay, but you know, the gold and XP difference definitely does tell the tale. This game, 19-7 hero kills even. Also, showing how this game is starting to approach being pretty one-sided for the Legion team.
It is. And you also see Fade right here. Gonna use that reflection. Who's she coming up on? Torture and Almond Rod. She could definitely get Torture killed. She can try to Portal Key away before too much else happens. She's careful with that dot damage, but there you go. There's the opening. Get your Portal Key away. No, she can't Portal Key away, but can she still get away is a question. Now, they're going to go for a counter kill, actually. Almond Rod's in trouble. The ultimate's not up for him. Deep in the Master's Call going to be used. Go be fine. Pestilence now coming in. Swarm is applied. And that is a good chance for a kill, perhaps. Pestilence gets the Seismic Salmon and the Comaston as well. The swap from Andromeda to help try to save Fate. She does fall in the end, though, as it looks like she might have got swapped actually into more support that was coming in. So, had a good idea right there. Didn't end up shooting up for the kill, but Fate does fall in the process. After all that, we got a 1-for-1 going on. And Rowley still wants blood. Uh-oh, finds Almond Raw. Okay. He does have a double damage room, but Monkey King is here. This is scary for Rally right now, and actually, there's the Master Shot being bounced around. Engineer jumps up with the Portal Key, though. He comes up with a Kex down. Rally's still barely alive. Oh, he's gonna barely stay alive. It looks like Fort Lightning just out of range. Engineer has to run. Rally goes back in, gets the kill to Amon-Ra. But at what cost? He does die in the end. Wow. Well, that was crazy.
Yeah, Moon Queen just continued to farm this whole time, so... Yeah, I think that was worth it for Rally.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, well, maybe not, but it doesn't really matter at this point, probably. You see Pestilence initiating on the Moon Queen, but with the threat of the Moon Finale and Just Torture is level 5 nearby. Definitely another optimistic kill attempt. This is actually... Geometry's Bane is actually really against Pestilence, just to remove that swarm. It's so annoying to deal with sometimes, just even the vision it gives you. Is quite obnoxious. So Triple Predator is going to be cleaned up by Moon Queen. I think he's approaching 600.
Yep.
And it's looking pretty grim right now. Torture actually got to about 9 health from Fade, I assume.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And he ended up just continuing to counter work anyway. Poor Torturer. Doesn't run out with no boots. Level 5.
He's like, you know what, whatever. Kill me, don't kill me, I don't care anymore. Just do my job the best I can. Obviously, Pestilence with the portal key. That was a big key item. Amon-Ra is going to go the portal key as well, though. By the way, so he's had that now. Mystic Vestment's picked up. I think it's safe to say, though, expect Amon-Ra to build bulky here. I mean, you don't expect to see any damage items on Amon-Ra, do you?
I think you should probably go Rift Shards next.
Yeah. Those right clicks. Hey, with the minus armor.
Somebody's got to do damage.
Right?
I'll do it. You idiots aren't doing anything.
That's probably the conversation going on right now.
Yeah. Especially with that creepy pedophile voice, too.
3,200 gold on Moon Queen. She's level 16. And oh yeah, this is with the items she currently has. Whispering Helm, Geometer's Bane, Energizers, Team Boots. 22.5 minutes in. Shrunken Head, I guess. At this, I mean...
Yeah, just get Shrunken and then go in the game.
Yeah, just win the game, exactly.
Pretty much.
God,
what I would do.
She's almost going to have that.
And I am the best.
You don't play carry. What are you talking about?
I play Moon Queen. My Moon Queen was fearsome when the in-house league was around. I don't think I ever lost. It's a really difficult hero to play, so...
Right clicks, man.
Right click and R.
Wear out your finger, man. Oh, the counter initiation. Andromeda coming in. Look at that. Amon-Ra. Everyone falling to pieces. Amon-Ra comes back up, but only to just live a little bit longer. He even got a deep at the Master's Call. Master Brahm's getting desperate right there, trying to save his teammate. Turret goes out. Rally in the meantime, jumping on a Torture in the background. Doesn't even care about Master Brahms. Knew that he was dead, and I think he could be seen the end coming up here. Genocide for the Legion team. They lose nobody. RPTM, good effort. You guys are going to be diamond, so that's definitely got to be a good feeling still, but obviously going to be a loss here most likely, and that means they're going to be one of those 13 through 16 seeds going into cycle number 1.
Probably going to play Team USA. You guys are completely
possible. It's possible.
Sorry.
Should talk again. A valiant effort, and they, fun team definitely, and hey, they picked Amon-Ra. They also picked Pestilence. That was good. I like Pestilence. Amon-Ra was just a little weird.
I would approve the Pestilence skin more if they had the new skin, the one that looks like Cell from Dragon Ball Z.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, that is a
skin owns.
I actually haven't heard that though, but that is kind of true. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't like this skin. I like the Ladybug skin. I like even the default skin. I don't know. This one's just kind of weird.
I like the Horseman one's pretty good.
Ugh.
But yeah, this one is weird. It's creepy.
Yeah.
With those huge talons.
They actually remind me of, I'm going to try to counter Fade right here. He's running away, though. Going to use that Deep Shadows ability, and there's the portal key. It reminds me of those bugs. I don't know if you played Borderlands or not, but I forget what they're called even, but they're the bugs, the Psyllids or something like that in Borderlands. I'm sure chat knows what I'm talking about.
Pestilence skin, this one?
Yeah, this skin. Legs and whatnot. Anyways. 25,000 gold lead here.
Yeah.
Wow. She's gonna have a freaking wing bow. Are you kidding me?
What did he get? Did he get the Dancing Light? Yeah. Can never go wrong with this Moon Queen build.
Especially 25 minutes into a game.
That definitely makes it much better as well.
God.
So, 700 gold per minute. It's interesting. It seems like since the patch, Or not necessarily just the most recent patch, but the patch where, of course, kills
Yeah.
give more gold and all that. It's not uncommon to see just higher and higher GPM. I was watching that thing with that arrow and the Valkyrie today,
Hmm.
and he's like 25 and 5 with like 500 CS, and he's like 400 GPM.
Yeah, the DM versus Empire, I believe it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
fun series. The double
But
annihilation.
I feel like if it was nowadays, he'd have like a gazillion GPM. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it does. No doubt that helped, and I think it's really good. I mean, we've seen the active play, we've seen the more aggressive, and the quicker games too. I think is the biggest noticeable difference. Which it's good. I mean, at the same time, we still have our longer games. Like in fact, we had a game number 2, 65 minutes. I was gonna say
But
that.
no more complexity TDM.
Yeah, I can't say I missed that. I don't think even you missed that. I mean, those were some as well played as they were, and it just
Probably ran out of
slow.
things to talk about.
It's a lot of times, yes. Kind of just sat back and watched. Moon finale going to be activated right here. Yeah, Hellborn team's like, wait, we need to retreat. Not going to be enough, though. Moon Queen is going to chase down Monkey King. The Queen kills the King. This tower is also going to go down here, most likely, although Pestilence, unless he has something to say about it. Amon-Ra coming in. He does have his ultimate, the Pyroclasmic Rebirth, or Resurrection. He's going to come back up right here. Engineer falls as soon as he comes down. Rally being chased back as well. Nice Gore Proc coming out right there. Compel Force, Talon and everything. Amon-Ra trying to chase. He's going to be chain stunned, though. Can maybe finish it with Andromeda. No, not enough damage. And actually, Moonbeam onto Pestilence, though. Moon Queen coming back to the party. Activates the Energizer. Pestilence to the Impale Stun. Try to stay alive long enough. Not going to happen, though. Kama's not going to finish her off. Now look at Moon Queen now chasing the others. Amon-Ra actually finishes off Faye with a snipe right there, the portal key. And that may be the end, although Moon Queen, yep, going to run away in the end. So, a big dive, giving the Hellborn team some hope.
Yeah, I think they're just having some fun right now.
Do you think Amon-Ra has a place at all on the competitive scene? He's number 1 in TMM.
Maybe how nowadays a snowballing carry. He could. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw some teams try him out in scrims.
We saw.
And then when they lost, they'd probably never tried again. But
there's been a couple heroes like that, man. Like one of the most noticeable performances that I remember that is HoN playing Rampage. It was way. This was obviously a while back, and before Fnatic. I think it was on like Kingdom at that time. And he just randomly picked a Rampage one game against very quality opponents in a decent tournament and just destroyed them. He went like 19-2 and something like that. I mean, and then we never saw Rampage again. It's like, okay, well that was fun playing on that one game, and never again.
sometimes you just pop in the Rampage. If you're gonna see teams do that, I'd see like just pick some crazy stuff. Probably be like Lions. Remember they picked like Berserker versus us, and I guess VDT did too, but I don't know. They'll throw you some curveballs. They Devour, Armadon. Sometimes they just come out of nowhere.
Yeah. And then they disappear.
And they disappear.
Highway Star playing Scout. Way back in the day for 40R. That was really old school. But now Scout's obviously popular. In fact, banned even. Fate is actually going to be jumped on. Engineer Energy Field going off. Doesn't catch it, but it catches Master actually. He's going to be a lot of trouble. He actually gets Storm Spirit in the air. Seismic Segment doesn't end up connecting. But he will be killed. Was that his own team's? That was his own Storm Spirit even.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not too pleased with this pause.
Guys. Monkey King DC. Do we?
Oh
got a
boy.
chance.
Well,
I would say, like, move on here, but this is it. I mean, and
yeah.
the other teams are waiting on them. But yeah, this is a little.
They're welcome to play. They're on HoNcast. They can play as long as they like, till the throw dies.
Right? Anyways. She has her wing bow, 1,200 gold. Has the other series started yet, by the way? See, DCX? It looks like it might have. They're pre-match, okay. So it looks like they're getting into game number 1 of the other semifinals. Nice prize pool versus Justice League. Our semifinals is, yeah, that should be a good one. Again, Beef, I believe, is casting that on Coldcast. And then we have our series. It's, you got Mad Lol. I don't even remember the name anymore. Didn't read Lol, something like that. Didn't read Lol. I know Bitch Slapped is on the team. I forget the others. stood out, but a couple of named players over there. So should have a solid semifinal matchup once this one cleans up here. And then as far as our continuing schedule, by the way, so obviously we got the semifinals next. It'll be best out of 3. It'll be done for today. But then tomorrow we're coming right back at you. We got the Ultimate Series, both the semifinals and the finals of that. I believe we're going to be casting Stay Green versus IG first, and then the winner of that plays plays Justice League, I believe. No, Justice League forfeited. That's right. They play TMSR. That's right. Damn, tomorrow's going to be fun. That just hit me. Tomorrow's going to be some good matchups. You there, Ryzer?
Yeah, I can.
I might lost you there or whatnot, but
I gotta be somewhere at like 2:15, which is like 3 hours after match started today. But I'll stick around, or I'll be available before/after that for a bit.
okay. That's
So,
for
depending on what time the match is
You're
on.
talking about tomorrow, though, right? Not today, right? Tomorrow. That's what you're talking about.
Right, tomorrow.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that's fine. They're gonna leave me today. Melee Rex, range Rex. Well, they waited for him to come back. Valiant effort.
Can't wait for the next game.
The states of. All right. Just a matter of time. Look at those.
Oh, that anybody's gonna die.
Glaive. I love it. I love the glaive. It's just ridiculous how it bounces.
Yeah.
So crazy like. I thought they actually reduced the bounce range of that to the point where it doesn't actually bounce all the way to the Shrine Tower, but I guess it still does. Oh gosh, he's just tanking them at the base. Swap from Andromeda. That's, what does she at now, GPM? 800 gold per minute, just about. They're trying to give him the record.
GG, well played. Usually that means, okay.
It's over, Riser. It's over, don't worry.
I don't mean to be rude.
No,
But I'm being rude.
Yes, you are. Very rude. No, it's definitely a case of we had a great series there. Obviously, in Game 3, got a little out of hand for one of the teams, and
Yeah.
kind of just snowballed from there, and not much chance they had. So, yeah, we got to see Amon Raw. I mean, not really do too much that game in the end, unfortunately, but
He did all right.
yeah, he was picked
But,
up.
like you said, did not work out for them, unfortunately.
No. All right, so I think we've talked about enough already. Obviously, we want to get things moving along here. So we are going to be taking a short break. Hopefully not too much time, though, in between. You know, obviously we'll get the lobby here set up for our semifinal matchup. That semifinal matchup, just to double check on that, make sure of it real quickly. Yeah, didn't read Lowell versus the team we just casted right there, Pain Train. Pain Train, those guys. So didn't read Lowell. You got Zergo, Rocky Balboa's lapped. So again, it's obviously a couple of recognizable players there for our semifinal matchup. So stay tuned. Best out of 3 from that coming up next. Hopefully shortly here. Give you updates if anything's delayed any further. But we shouldn't be. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be back. Game number 1 of that series.